Hello everyone, my name is Yuelin Pan. This video is for student Leslie who was absent in the last lesson, and she's a ELD student in the bridging level. So I'm going to talk to Leslie, and because of do online teaching, it's difficult to look at the camera when you look at the screen, okay? So my vision, it may not face to the camera. So I like to mention that. Okay, Leslie, welcome back to class. So since you missed the lesson, I'm going to go over very quickly with you, okay? So you remember, before this lesson, we have learned the two congruent triangles and two congruent figures by measurement, right? We match the side, the angle, and we see the sides equal and the angles equal. Every element are equal. Every element is equal in the figure. So we know these two figures are congruent. So that's by measurement, okay? If say without the measurement, we don't know how long. So how we say the two figure or two triangle are congruent? So that's what we're going to learn today, okay, Leslie? So we need to learn the definition of side-side postulate. And we need to use the postulate to prove the other statement in the homework and the practice problem. Okay, so let me repeat again, Leslie, so that you remember. So we need to learn the definition of the postulate, side, and we need to use this postulate to prove the other statement. That's the key point for today. And this lesson will help you. Next lesson, we're going to learn triangle congruent postulate by side angle side. Okay, you will make a stand for next lesson. So I'm going to give you a very brief idea what is the postulate side mean. It's say if the three sides of one triangle are congruent to the three sides of another triangle, then the two triangles are congruent. It means these two triangles congruent. Okay, so I will go into detail with you, Leslie. No worry, you will make up the class. Okay, so before we start learn the statement, I'm going to go show you these all sources. Since you missed class, you may look through, check out all these. Okay, I already cite in all these sources in everyone's Google slide. You go there, you will find it, and here more. Okay, and we will have access ticket and homework. Okay. So this is for the introduction of the lesson, but because of time manner, we are not going to go through this. Leslie, you may check out this is a pretty interesting video. You will know why we need to learn the congruence of the triangles, okay? Oh, let me erase here because, hang on. Let me erase here. That's from the whole class I wrote here. Let me erase and go over with you again, okay, Leslie? So the main point for this lesson here, we learn the new things. Postulate. So postulate chapter 4.2, side postulate. So you can just write SSS on the homework. Okay, Leslie, can you read the statement? Read the statement. Okay. Okay. it say if the three sides of one triangle are congruent to the three sides of another triangle, then the two triangles are congruent. Is that make sense to you, Leslie? If not, you just repeat again and again until it makes sense to you, okay? Because of time manner, I'm going to translate the language into mathematical language for you so that you're easy to understand, okay? Let's go word by word and translate. Let's see here, statement. We had the statement. Okay, what does statement say? If the three sides of one triangle, okay, we have two triangles here, one with yellow happy face triangle, okay, another is green happy face triangle. The first one, triangle ABC, we just look at the first one now. Three sides of one triangle. Leslie, can you tell me the three sides of the triangle on the happy face, yellow happy face triangle? Okay, so one side is AB, okay, 7 AB, that one side. How about another side? Leslie, you say the side. Tell me the side, okay? Another side is BC, okay, BC, 7. And how about the last one? CA, right? CA, 7. Okay. So what is it? What is it the next? We find the three sides of one triangle are congruent to the three sides of another triangle. What it means is that three sides are congruent. We just follow the word congruent and congruent, okay? So this side congruent. So straight here because it's difficult for me to write on the screen. So like that, okay? Congruent to the three sides of another triangle. Here, Leslie, you pay attention, okay? Another triangle, it means is this one with green happy face, okay? Can you tell me this triangle, this side AB, congruent to which side of this triangle? Do you think is EF congruent to EF or DE? You remember from last lesson, we have to find the side respectively, okay? This, you go, in this triangle, you use AB, and in another one, you have to use DE respectively, okay? DE, 7. How about BC? How about BC 7 congruent to which 7 in another triangle? Do you think it's DF? No, okay? It's BC congruent to EF. You have to write respectively, EF. And how about CA? CA congruent to FD, okay? FD. So we get to here. We find if the three sides of one triangle, three sides of this triangle congruent, is it congruent to the three sides of another triangle? You see, DE, 7DE, CF, FD from another triangle. So what happened? What is the conclusion? Conclusion is say, then the two triangles are congruent, okay? So these two triangle with the yellow happy face called triangle A, B, C. How about another triangle? Leslie, tell me another triangle. Okay, and D, E, F. The both triangle congruent to each other. Okay, can you repeat the statement? Use mathematical language. Here, look at here. Here, two triangle. Okay, and the statement is three sides from this triangle, which is segment AB, CD, and CA, congruent to the three sides of another triangle. So which is DF, DE, CF, FE, AB congruent to DE, BC congruent to EF, CA congruent to FD is congruent. Okay, use the appropriate language. So conclusion, these two triangles A, B, C is congruent to this triangle D, E, F. That's the statement. Okay, you get it, Leslie? You may need some time to digest, okay? Because of time manner, I'm going to give you the exercise. Let's start from here. You, through this practice problem, you use the side by side portrait. You practice, you will understand more. So this problem is you use a whiteboard, okay? Generally, we use the whiteboard. And you write your solution on the whiteboard. And then you will discuss your solution with your friend. Look for one of your good friends and discuss with them. Or you can come to me, okay? So this problem, they give you two triangles and the three sides are congruent, okay? So what happened? By what portrait? Three sides of the triangle, the congruent, what conclusion you have? Since if you draw the conclusion and what the result will, the conclusion will lead you to the result, the angle P and equal to angle S. Okay, you practice this, and another the project, you miss the project, but you read the direction. Because of time manner, I just point out all the material you have in class. Okay, so construction paper, strip of the cardboard or straw, whatever you choose. But the main point is you must make one triangle with side of 2 inches, 3 inches, 4 inches. You must make one like that. And the other, you can make any side you want. Okay. After finish the triangle, you will look for one of your best friend or two, and you compare your triangle and look for one of the triangle should be congruent to another one made by your friend. Okay, and then if they are congruent, you explain why they are congruent to each other. In another triangle, because you choose any side, the triangle you made may not congruent to another triangle made by your friend, and you will explain why they are not congruent to each other. Okay, so we're going to close the lesson, and you will have extra ticket and homework. Let's go to very quickly go to the Google slide, and the S ticket you see here. Okay, you will see here the S ticket, your answer, and your pass to me. And the homework, we have 2 sets of the homework. You look for group 2. Your names here, Leslie, a mentor. So you will have the homework. You do part 2 and part 3. You're not going to do part 1, okay? Because different level students have different homework. This part 1 you're not going to do. So that's part 2, the one of the problem. And I want to mention here is that when we learn the postulate, the two triangles are separate, and here they share, the two triangles share the same line, the line segment. You be careful here, okay? Another, you have to read these, be careful. So because the time manner, I'm going to say goodbye to you and Leslie, and thank you very much. Thank you for coming back to class, listening and learning. Thank you.